What if everything you learned about who discovered America was completely wrong? What if Spanish explorers weren't the first to reach the New World? What if the answer has been hiding in plain sight for over 1,000 years, and the people who actually discovered America came from an island nation in Southeast Asia that most people have never even heard of? Stay with me, because today we're uncovering one of history's most controversial theories, and the evidence is honestly mind-blowing. Hey, before we dive deep into this historical mystery, if you love learning about hidden history and forgotten discoveries, smash that like button right now. And seriously, if you're into content that challenges everything you thought you knew, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. We drop videos like this every single week, and you won't want to miss them. Now, let's uncover the truth. For over 500 years, we've been taught the same story. In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue and discovered America. He sailed for Spain, crossed the Atlantic, and became a hero. End of story, right? Except it's not the end of the story. It's barely even the beginning. Here's what they don't teach you in schools. Columbus wasn't even close to being the first, not even close. The Vikings got there around 1000 AD. The Irish might have arrived centuries before that. Indigenous peoples, of course, had been living there for thousands of years. But there's one discovery that historians have almost completely ignored, and it comes from a place that seems impossibly far away: the Philippines. In the 1970s, researchers stumbled upon something extraordinary. Ancient Philippine maritime records, combined with archaeological evidence and linguistic analysis, began painting a radically different picture of Southeast Asian exploration. The Philippines wasn't some isolated island nation. It was a maritime superpower. Filipino and Malaysian sailors had sophisticated navigation techniques, massive trading networks, and this is crucial, seaworthy vessels that could travel thousands of miles across open ocean. Think about it. These weren't primitive boats. These were advanced, double-hulled outrigger canoes called balanghais. Some historians estimate they could carry over 100 people and navigate by the stars with incredible precision. These sailors didn't need a map. They didn't need modern instruments. They had something better: generations of maritime knowledge passed down through oral tradition. Here's where it gets really interesting. Archaeological evidence suggests that Filipino sailors could have reached the west coast of South America around 1000 AD, almost 500 years before Columbus. The route? They would have followed established trade winds and ocean currents. From the Philippines, they would sail to Southeast Asia, then across the Indian Ocean, around Africa, and across the Atlantic. It sounds insane, right? But maritime historians have actually proven this route was completely feasible with the technology of the time. Some researchers point to pre-Columbian artifacts found on South American coasts, pottery shards, tools, and navigation markers that show striking similarities to Philippine craftsmanship. They also point to genetic evidence. Yes, genetic evidence. Some indigenous South American populations show DNA markers that couldn't possibly come from Europe, Asia, or Africa through traditional migration routes. Could they have come from the Philippines? So if this is true, why haven't we heard about it? Why isn't this taught in every school? Why do historians still celebrate Columbus as if he discovered something? The answer is complicated, but it comes down to power,
politics, and historical bias. Western historians wrote most of history books. European explorers were celebrated as heroes, while Asian and African achievements were minimized or completely erased. It's called Eurocentric history bias, and it shaped our understanding of the world for centuries. Additionally, the evidence is fragmented. We don't have one smoking gun that says, yes, Filipinos reached America first. Instead, we have pieces of a puzzle: maritime records, archaeological artifacts, linguistic connections, and genetic data that all point in the same direction. But here's the thing: we also don't have definitive proof that they didn't reach America. And in the absence of proof, historians have largely ignored the theory. One of the most fascinating pieces of evidence: language. Researchers have discovered surprising linguistic similarities between ancient Filipino languages and some pre-Columbian South American indigenous languages. Words related to navigation, ocean trade, and maritime culture show connections that can't be explained by coincidence. Some scholars argue that these linguistic bridges are evidence of direct contact and cultural exchange between Filipino sailors and South American civilizations. Now, linguists are divided on how strong this evidence actually is, but it's compelling enough that serious academics continue to research it. If Filipino sailors really did discover America 1,000 years before Columbus, it completely rewrites history. It means, 1. The age of exploration didn't start with Europe, it started with Asia. 2. Indigenous cultures weren't isolated, they were part of a global maritime network. 3. Our entire understanding of world history might need to be re-examined. And 4. The Philippines deserves credit as one of humanity's greatest maritime civilizations, a credit they've been denied for too long.
Now, I have to be fair. Most mainstream historians are skeptical. They argue that the evidence is circumstantial. They say that similar technologies and linguistic patterns could develop independently. They point out that there's no definitive archaeological proof in the Americas of pre-Columbian Philippine presence. And they're not wrong. The evidence isn't conclusive. Science demands proof, and right now, we don't have absolute proof that Filipino sailors reached America. But absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence, and the more research that emerges, the more plausible this theory becomes. Here's what we know for certain. History is far more complex and interconnected than textbooks suggest. Civilizations we've been taught to ignore had incredible achievements, and the story of human exploration is far grander and more mysterious than we've been led to believe. The truth is out there, hidden in archaeological sites, ancient records, and genetic data. And maybe, just maybe, the Philippines played a much bigger role in world history than anyone gives them credit for. What do you think? Does this theory convince you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think there's more to this story that historians are ignoring? And hey, if this video blew your mind, please subscribe to the channel. We explore these hidden histories every single week, and I'd love to have you as part of our community. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next story.